The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Trojans' offense is on the field for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got an open man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, you know, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me, there, RD.
Working on the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wide open downfield. Running through contact. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week, because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm.
Next going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojan.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Penn State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line, because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass. It's Wade. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback, who makes a sure tackle. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be All-Americans. They have guys that can change the course of games. And that's why coming into this season, they were given that top 5 ranking. But on the field, in games, they simply, for whatever reason, have not been able to get it done. And the lack of execution, to me, is a huge reason why they've fallen out of the top 25.
Yeah, they haven't handled the pressure. I mean, that's just the easiest way to say it. Because you just mentioned playmakers. They got them. They got guys that know how to play this game. That's why they were ranked in the top 5. They've got to get something going, and it has to start today.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Penn State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And what execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, create an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And, man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. He'll take the return, try to get better field position.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
The give to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Trojans will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. He'll toss it across the 35. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting the play.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Great job by the back on the option.
Man, you got to be so disciplined when you play the option. You got to keep your eyes on your guy. They lost track of the pitch, man. The quarterback pitches it to him. He takes it in the house. Got to be a little bit more sound on defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Boise State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the gun, the give to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. How about this DB turning on the Jets and getting the first sack of the game for this defense?
And that is how you come from the secondary with authority. Come with some speed, some vitriol, some hate. Just get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. Nice job by the secondary getting to the quarterback.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And they're able to get him on the ground. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
He wants to go deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense.
He's looking deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this, baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be confused.
He's got him on the right side. Great job by the receiver to get the foot down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On the move and looking deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Wade. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down.
I think he was going to wake up. I would have got you something to eat. I did. I ate it.
To the ground with the back.
That shit was melted. It was melted all the way down. I tell you, I just ate it. Yeah.
This is going to be a big key for him,
I want to go
David,
get
with the lead
Brianna.
here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying
Yeah.
on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more
This is
conservative.
like
But
about
again, this opens
like
up the pass.
2 hours.
This keeps everything in balance.
This is the second game I done played.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up.
I mean, if you want me to go to the store, I'll go to the store for you.
Make
That's
them
what you want.
one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
I did see you that. He says men down every 15 miles going out, right?
Looking to fire.
That's you.
Finds his tight end. Open space at the 25.
You be wanting that cabbage.
Nittany Lions. And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Tell him not to make as much cabbage. Brianna don't eat
And
cabbage?
he made the extra point without problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by just 2 over Utah. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
I sat there and I was like,
offense is ready to go back to work.
it's like, oh, it's invalid code. I said, y'all in this invalid codes pissing me off. 7th grade.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
They're not going to catch. 16 might catch him. 58 going to catch him.
But he's got a first and goal from the 10.
No problem. 70 is no problem. And then the guy, he works at 72. I said, yo, I said, I'm gonna just go to 7. He said, oh no. He said, what was the code? And I said, I showed it to him. I said, see? He said, what was it? I said, McFlurry. And he just gave it to me.
Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Let's it fly. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Come on now.
2nd and goal, no
That
dice for
make
this
no
offense.
sense.
If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football.
I said
and
maybe
they can make a play over top.
Because the last time I had to log out and log back in.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Just threw that one
I had to,
avoid
and
disaster.
I was like,
I know we're
but I was like, I don't know how to
because
log
they're
out.
trailing like they are. They're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
Right down the boulevard. It's good.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right
Oh, it
down
says
the
the
middle,
leader
that
killer.
obviously gives me some
Oh,
confidence
sign out.
down the road that I can trust this
that.
guy.
So, how you sign back in? Same line?
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on
Sign
their
in
defense.
sign in.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
They've
done exactly what they wanted
try that
to
and see what that
build
does.
the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Let's see what that
The
does.
offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Let's see what that do.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He has the first and still on his feet. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
I said, well,
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge
stop getting on
lead.
the
And
plate.
now,
She
when you
ain't gonna
know
want
it's a
no
running
food.
situation later in
Because
the
I
ball
saw you
game,
eat that
you're
food.
still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some
You know what I mean?
point and be a lot more physical.
I said, I get him to
Coordinators
make
down
play
the
with
road
you.
has to play this offense, man. They're going to have
said, she ain't
nightmares
even
because
move.
this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Using the quick game.
How you put some over?
Down, but they'll move the
First
sticks
down.
as he picks up the first down.
There's no way that should have been a first.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He wants to throw it again. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the catch. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to...
Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Trojans want to move quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man. It's Witherspoon. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets...
There he goes! Got enough for the first down and wants more. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch man, and you can tell. He made them pay with a big gain down the field.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry up.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They just keep firing. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Under fire. Going for it all. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
PAT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter. Got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
They'll start this drive from the 42. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Finds a man on the right. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Here we go, set. Now from inside the red zone. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
A timely pickup to get the 1st down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.